Rashad the Nomad. We are the common interest, the voice of the underground. You know what it is. And today we got a special guest in the building. We got the one and only Big Kang in the room.
Yo. Finally in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's been a little time coming, but we finally got you here.
Yes, sir.
Glad to have you. So if you don't know already, for here at the Common Interest, we ask you to hit us with a rewind. That's when you tell us a little about yourself, how you got in music, your brand, and how you got here today.
Okay, well, starting out, Big Kang started out at Prairie View A&M because that's where I kind of got the interest of wanting to get into audio engineering and the technical side. But I was always doing music. I've been doing music since I was like 10.
Okay.
So I played the first instrument I played was a recorder, which was garbage.
All right.
But then I went to saxophone, trombone, trumpet, and then I dropped out of band and all that. But when I got back into college, just Kirko Bangs was like one of my little roommates in Prairie View, and I used to see him doing music, and that was like sparked that interest again.
That's dope.
So yeah, then here a couple of years after that, after I graduated, I'm here with the engineering. So I've been doing this about 12 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you went to school for engineering?
No, I actually was at Prairie View A&M University again. And again, my peers were always just doing music, and they liked my input that I had. Because, I did music when I was in middle school.
Right.
I was like in band and shit.
Yeah.
So when I got into PV, a lot of my friends were just doing music, like Tim Woods, Kirko, and them. And I would just, see what they're doing, and I would like get my input. And they were like, bro, you should get into music. They would always be like, you should get into music.
Right.
So, yeah, they just sparked right back there. That was 2008.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, dope. So when did you actually, because you're a full-time engineer now, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
yeah.
so when did you decide to take that leap into that?
That was like around 2012.
2012, okay.
2011, yeah, because like the first artist I ever recorded was my homie VRSC Verse.
Okay.
He's amazing lyricist, amazing performer. That was like literally my homie like from high school.
Okay.
He always would just, I want to record. And he didn't know anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then my homie Tim Woods, they would always record in their like closets and shit. He was my roommate sophomore year. And I just would watch them like do it. And I was like, you know what? I want to get into engineering. So I started teaching myself that in 2011, but I really jumped ship 2012.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was like when I was like, all right, I really want to get cold at this. I want to get into it. So I've been professionally engineering for like 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Dope. So and then tell us like how I guess that process where you were just recording engineering on your own, or did you start? When did you actually get with Barron Studios?
Okay, so yeah. I just gotta see now. This is part of the rewind.
Yeah,
this is good.
Yeah.
The first time I actually like recorded somebody was literally like on this MacBook. Mm-hmm. This is a 2011.
Dang, so you still got that mug?
This is my baby. So basically, I downloaded Logic on here. Shout out to Logic on that. And Logic was like the first DAW I really like dove into and was like, I need to figure out how to engineer.
Right.
I was garbage in 2011, right? But I was able to get signal on here, get people sounding cool, know how to EQ and all that. So that was 2011. I had been working in like Little Hood Studios. Shout out to the Connect. That was like the first studio that let me like come in there and mess with Pro Tools.
That's dope.
That was like 2012, 2013. But when I got to Barron, I was like interning. That was after I graduated in 2014 at PV. I interned at Barron in 2015.
Okay.
And then I met Jason through my homie Jamie Hancock. I went to one of his sessions, and Jason, shout out I Dream in Stereo, and he was like, yeah, bro, you should definitely get into engineering. Like, he was like, you know your shit, You should come in here, like, intern. And I was like, you know what? That might be a great idea. So I interned there for a year, and then after that, I started working for Barron in like 2016.
Okay, that's dope.
And like 4 or 5 years there before COVID and all that, and pretty much.
Okay.
We are.
Cool. So, and for the people that don't know, because I know to an extent, but I don't know all the way. What does an engineer do, and what does that all entail? I guess
audio engineering is basically that person you trust, or that person who's going to be behind all this audio gear, and he should know how to manipulate them and get it onto the digital DAWs, and make sure he's not fucking you up, basically. Right. Like you're clean signals and whatnot. So that would be like a recording engineer.
Okay.
But then a mixing engineer would take whatever a recording engineer does, or tracking engineer, and add the effects, balance the volume balancing and whatnot. So there's different hats in engineering.
Right.
So there's the tracking engineer, the mixing engineer, and the mastering engineer. And the mastering engineer just takes what the mixing engineer does and gets it ready for stereo, like, you know, its loudest, the biggest, and whatnot. So in tails of that, man, an engineer just makes sure like your music gets your music, or not even music, podcast, video, whatever, the audio source is properly recorded and manipulated to its best ability to sound unique and whatever to the people.
Okay. And you do all of that?
I do everything.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the diving into this shit.
Right, yeah.
So the one thing I will say though, I say I'm more of a mixing engineer.
Okay.
Though I do track.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing since I started. You know, if the signal isn't good that you recorded, you're giving your mixing engineer a lot of headache, like a lot of issues. So
yeah, to speak into the mic on that one, huh?
Yeah, I just had to make sure we all hear that one. All right, so
because I think it was like a week or two, you made a post about that. You was talking about somebody just saying like, yo, like you making my job really hard if the audio you send me doesn't even sound good.
If the audio is the source is garbage. Okay, I put it like this. This is the analogy I tell people. So you can't turn shit into sugar, right?
Right.
So what I've learned working at Barron, and I've seen it with my own experience to it, and getting shit that is recorded pretty bad and then trying to mix it, and then getting something that's recorded perfectly,
right,
and then mixing it.
Right.
So if you want something that's excellent, you have to at least record it pretty good.
Right. If
you record it like dog shit, I can get it to okay, and if you record it okay, I can get it to good. You know, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
like,
levels to the shit.
It's levels. So you gotta, if you really do music, you really just have to understand that the best recording gets you the best source after that.
Right. So for artists that record at home or wherever else, make sure you got it right.
Yeah, I mean, I could teach you how to do it right.
Right.
You know, we making bedroom albums now.
Yeah, honestly. But that's one thing. In case the people didn't know, I actually recorded with you once. We recorded together, made a song and everything, and that's one thing that, like, I guess I appreciate for you, because you go through the process with the artist. You know what I'm saying? You try to tell them what's best without like infringing on their creative process. Yeah. And I feel like that's a talent in itself.
Yeah,
and
man.
Just to be inside of there and to, again, like just give you input. You know what I'm saying? How did you learn to, again, I guess you said that from being in band and everything, correct?
Well, I learned that from, I guess, the communication part and being like a positive enforcement, no matter how the skill level of the artist.
Right.
I will never dog an artist who has paid time to be with me. What I would do is take the time to give my input to make you better for next time.
Right.
Even if you don't record with me, at least you will remember that. So when you go to another session, like if my engineer isn't like how this guy is,
right,
I don't really need to be invested in him, because this person actually cares about what I'm trying to do, even if I'm not at my best.
Right.
So I learned that at Barron. Again, Barron was like, y'all watch Dragon Ball Z, right?
Yeah.
Barron was like stepping into the hyperbolic time chamber.
Right.
You would get all this training in a few years that if you tried to get it somewhere else, it would take you decades.
Yeah.
So Barron, like, just all the experience from the clients and the engineer group, the community, they really just taught me how to be the best communicator and get the best out of it, get the best out of my clients or that session, and be able to, you know, creatively give input without shitting on their dreams and whatnot.
That's I feel like Barron does a great job at that.
Yeah.
I've been there for a couple of sessions. I went there with another session with I can't think of the guy's name. He's the white guy with dreads.
Jason.
Yeah. I went to one of his sessions with Mind. She recorded Mariah. Yeah, she was in there one time and everything. And she the same thing. It's just like real like communicative and everything, and it's a great way to express how to make the music at the best capability. And it's like, I feel like everybody there is like, because it's interesting how as engineers, like when the shit ain't it, like the vibe is given off like, yo, this ain't it, but y'all communicate the best way possible. Like, yo, you can do this better. You know what I'm saying? And make it, and to I guess like positive feedback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that about Baron. Like Baron is it creates better artists.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I've seen it with my own two eyes, man. People go in that building, no confidence, and then come out of that place, go in there every now and then, and their confidence is just out the roof now because
it's just the ambience of the actual studio itself. Right. It creates that, like, it's a professional setting. Like the people are there, professionals. They care about the craft, and that's the biggest thing. Like, I mean, I don't know how many studios you can go into, and they're just there for the buck. You know what I'm saying?
Me, honestly, as a freelance engineer now, I've been in so many other studios that don't give a shit about the art. They're just like, yo, you got my space bet. I'm out the door.
Right.
And I don't think, me personally, again, I think maybe I'm just spoiled from where I came from and the studios I worked at. But even the Connect at PV was like, they brought us in and then they like taught us how to use Pro Tools. Right. They were like invested in us.
Right.
They didn't probably teach us the clean way of like running a studio because, again, it was like a hood establishment. Right. But when I got to Barron, it's like I learned the other side of it. It was like, there's definitely levels to it. Right. And being able to actually care about an artist, that's part of your brand. Right. That's why people go to Barron. Right. Right. And then that's why people who left Barron, who've gotten that experience, have clients now because they've learned those simple fundamentals. Right. To, like, if you want to build, let's build, but let's do it the professional way, the right way. I'm gonna teach you the necessary steps. Hey, you get those YouTube beats, cool, great ideas. Buy your beat, give me the stem so we can mix it properly. Like, people appreciate that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's hard. I haven't seen too many people come out of Barron and not be successful.
Yeah, bro. It's very rare. Yeah. And if you didn't like the Barron process, it's because you didn't like the steps, the necessary. You like want to cut corners, or man, I ain't got the budget. Right. Like, I'm just gonna go to a hood studio that's gonna do this. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Right. But don't be upset when shit's not done right.
Barron's worth your money.
Hey, man.
It's got people like Kang here. You know what I'm saying? It's worth every penny.
I don't even work for Barron anymore.
Oh, really?
Nah, man. I've COVID hit and I lost the gig there.
What?
Yeah, man.
Damn.
But I love those guys. Those are like family, man. Like,
I feel you. Damn, that's crazy though.
But when COVID hit and we all lost our jobs and stuff, you know what? That was like that was a moment that probably needed to happen for me. Because once that happened, I was like, you know what? I ain't got to go to work. I'm at home. We all quarantined. Right. So I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to start mixing. That week when a lot of businesses in Houston were like, don't come to work. COVID's out, I was still working. Dang. I literally booted up this computer. I bought another iMac. I loaded Pro Tools on that. I put a bunch of plugins on there. I was still working. Dang. People were still sending me sessions. I have not had work for a while. Right. So like, what I realized is like, damn, Barron taught me the way.
Yeah, so you can do it on your own now. Yeah. Okay, that's dope. That's dope. So with that, that's how you started getting into executive producing projects as well. Correct?
I've been doing that since PV.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Okay, that's dope.
Yeah, some of those artists that I've been working with, like Freddie ING, VR Verse, Jamie Hancock, man, I have credentials, man.
That's dope.
I've been there with people in sessions. I've been like on some... like a lot of people like to call me in because they're like, yo, Kang not gonna sugarcoat it. Yeah. He's gonna say, that ain't it. The beat's cool, but it needs to be mixed better. Right. This song needs to be mixed. Like, I like the vibe, but I need more. Like, my homie's been having me around that since, again, the early days with Kirko. Right. I just remember walking in his room and he was recording his, like, freestyles on his YouTube. And I was like, hey, man, that's fire. But you got to put that shit on, like, a real mic. Yeah. And next thing you know, my nigga's going to the studios. I was like, oh, that's tight.
Right. It makes a difference, man.
And I still chop it up with him to this day. And I see him grind. I'm like, yo, like, I could still tell him now, like, yo, this shit fire. Or, I don't say nothing because it's not that good or something,
Hey, it's part of the process, though. Everything ain't going to be a hit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
That's dope, though. So let's talk about the more recent projects you produced, executive produced. You produced with Sire, right?
Yeah, Sire. That's my guy out of Dallas.
And the name of the project was the Black
The Black Book.
The Black Book. That's what I thought. Okay, I was about to say.
You know, like that little book you would give somebody. Like, here's all the game.
Right. Yeah, and I was listening to the project on the way over here, and it's a dope project.
Yeah.
And so you created all the beats, everything, the whole nine.
Man, my guy Syed came from Dallas. He's been rapping for a while, but it was like his first time really wanting to like create, like really make with something. So he didn't. We've known each other since PV again.
Okay.
And when he just came out here, he was like, man, bro, I see you doing your shit. Like, I want to work on some music, but I want to work on music with somebody. I was like, yeah, bro, let's come to Houston, bro. Let's lock in the studio. Let's go. We went to the collective. I need some beats. I'm like, oh, well, bet. Damn. I don't like to really do that.
Right.
We have a relationship that was built from that. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to cook up on the spot. If you can write, let's do it.
Okay.
Before you know it, I was just cooking up beats. He was writing. I would record it. And I'd be like, bet, I'm not mixing anything. Right? We're making this beat. I'm going to record on an MP3. Just keep it going.
Right.
So we did that couple sessions for like this whole last year. And then we just, out of like 12, 15 songs, we had that last 10.
Okay. That's dope. That's dope. So where did you get, like, I guess, the inspiration for your beats? Because I feel like they have a real nice, like, because it's almost like I get the same kind of vibe like when I listen to Playboi Carti type beats or whatever, but it doesn't have that same kind of childish effect to it. You know what I mean? It sounds real spacey too, though.
Okay, so this is gonna be crazy. You just said Playboi Carti, right? I'm a very big Pierre Bourne fan.
Okay.
And people be like, "Where is that?" But my favorite producer is Pharrell.
Okay.
So it's like a 2-element thing of like being very chill, but having this like low end, bassy kind of approach. And then me personally, like I just take elements from my favorites,
right,
and I add my own little sauce to it. So
of course,
on this project, it's funny how you said the Playboi Carti is because I've been jamming a lot of Pierre Bourne over the last bit, and just I added that with what he wanted. In that sense, everybody's been jamming Larry June. Been on some very cool.
I got that vibe from that too. He sound kind of Larry June-ish, but like his own style for sure.
In his own super style, and I was like fucking with it. I was like, yo, bro, we could do something with this, and we just kept making songs. He kept adding his touch to it, and I was like, hey, we got something. Yeah,
no, because it's crazy that it's always good when you hear a song like an artist on a beat and like it fits their sound. Yeah, and like again, like him having like that kind of Larry June sound, you would expect more like maybe like some more West Coast type of little bounce type beats or something. But the way you did it still sounded, again, it fit him. And
yeah, really I definitely was coding it to him because I mean we had some other songs that didn't make it or we dropped them as singles and stuff. But he definitely has his own style. Yeah. He will get comparisons to the June thing, but there's so many people who do that same kind of like super chill rap. Yeah. He just has really good substance and content matter. And I was telling him like you gotta just own up on that. Right. And if you do want to switch, switch later. Like let's get different production styles. Right. But for what we created in a year, solid. And he's been getting like crazy feedback on it, like really good feedback.
No, because just the whole message with it. It's just again like, and I feel like it's essentially because me knowing you, I know that's the stuff you're on, and I was like watching you on Instagram and different stuff like that. You always speak on like the similar things. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're trying to get to a certain place, you got to put the work in, and you're doing that yourself. And with him making that whole project, it's like I can tell like y'all was on the same vibe the whole entire time.
Our motto that whole time we was creating it was everything's organic. Like we text each other almost every day. I'm just like, yo, he'll have a bad day. Hey man, shut that shit off and let's go. Right. If I'm having a bad day, hey man, I'm just checking on you. Make sure you like everything was organic. So like the vibes are super pure. That's why people are resonating with it.
Yeah, you can like you can hear it.
Pretty cool with it.
You can tell like how many times you heard an artist on like a beat and it's just like he can ride on it, but it's just like something seems off with it because it's just like you can tell almost like maybe they didn't click like they were supposed to or something. You know what I'm saying?
You can hear it. You can hear when a song isn't married the right way. If you know what I mean? Like somebody maybe just bought that beat online rather than somebody really like Kendrick and Ali and them. Right. And their music sounds like that. It's uniquely fresh from all their views. Yeah, it's the same shit.
Yeah, because like a prime example is stuff that's not like married right is like any of DJ Khaled like recent stuff, like from
Absolutely.
the past couple years or so. I just feel like the way I compared it is like he makes like music how they do for like movie sound checks sometimes. Like it's literally like, okay, I'm gonna put the biggest person on here and the biggest producer and make a song, and it's just, it doesn't sound right.
He's an executive producer in his right, but what he does is like, cool, I'm gonna get this beat from producer and I'm just send it to my homies. I'm just gonna pay the bag and get you on it, because like that Cardi B song just doesn't sound married.
It doesn't.
You know, it could have been so much better. And I fuck with DJ Khaled, but again, I'm trying to do this executive production A&R thing. If I would have heard that, I would have been like, that's not it.
Yeah. No.
If I was in the room, I'd have been like, that's not it.
Yeah.
I don't care he's DJ Khaled. If it was Diddy, Quincy Jones, I don't care. I would have been like, that's not it.
Yeah, no, for real. And that's how you know when you get to certain statuses, people just start saying yes around you.
Yeah.
Because
I'd rather them hate me for being completely dog shit honest, and they'd be like, who the fuck is this dude telling me this?
right.
What are the people saying? They're saying that's not it.
Exactly. You gotta listen to people at the end of the day. Those people's gonna really put the money in your pocket. So,
Right.
Yeah. But hopefully it'll get better.
I mean, DJ Khaled is a great curator.
For sure. But it's just not these recent projects.
Not these recent projects.
They haven't been
it's been dog shit.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that. I'm sorry. But
real.
shout out to him. Like, he does it. He does what a lot of us aspire to do, is like
100%.
get a bunch of great talent together and, make music.
Yeah, but it's
I don't feel like he got them in the same building together.
Nah, it's real forced. It's real forced. It's not organic. And again, it comes out in the music. So it doesn't come out as good. Like, because it's a lot of people that he'll put together, and it's like, dang, I've been waiting to kind of see them do a feature together.
I do it all the time.
And it don't sound right.
I when DJ Khaled drops a project, I wait for it, because like, oh, he's gonna grab names I would never think.
Right.
Come on, like Nas and Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody thought they was gonna do a song like that.
Right.
But that's probably one of my favorite songs on the project.
Yeah, because it's one of the ones that actually sounds better, because I'm pretty sure they had a say so what they was gonna do.
Oh,
they was like, this is not
They
it.
probably had a great FaceTime meeting. It was like, hey man, this is what we're doing.
Right.
And da 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 da. It was done.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It showed in the music.
Exactly. But everybody else was like, yo, I'm just taking the bag. All right, I can freestyle.
Yeah, bro,
this
send
mug.
me the beat, send me the bag. I have the verse back to you in 24 hours.
Right.
Type shit. Which is all right.
Yeah.
I'm not hating. It just didn't sound right.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But hey, teach his own.
To each his own.
So you mentioned that you're getting into A&R as well too, right?
Yeah.
So again, I know for the general kind of thing of what A&R is, but for people that don't really know, what is A&Ring, and is that even still like alive in this day and age?
It's still alive, but not in the traditional sense.
Okay.
I won't say not in the traditional sense before somebody be on my head.
Right.
They're still A&Rs. But right now, to be honest, like if you know somebody that's super talented, and you're like, hey man, you're dope, and you know this producer, and he's super dope, and you can put them together and you make it work, like A&Rs are just like dot connectors. That's what they are.
Okay.
So if you can take whatever the source you like and grab it and put it together with another great talent or talents, and come out with a product, that's A&R. Okay. That's just helping an artist, like it's like that gate that they're afraid to open and try to climb over or whatnot. They just help bring it together. I've been doing that for years. Right. You can ask like all my homies. I've been doing that for years, but the part of an A&R that we really miss is the investment part. Money and time. Right. I don't want nobody to sugarcoat it. It takes money to break an artist.
Yeah.
What they say, it takes like $1 million to just break an artist. Like, I just want people to understand that this what y'all see on this TikTok shit, that's a whole new ball game.
Right.
But they're still not broken. They just went viral. Doesn't mean that they have money or nothing.
Right.
A&Rs really they help on that back end. You ain't got money for a video, bet I'm just gonna pay for the video. Like, they just connect the dot. Right. But they have their say so and help with like the vision, the process.
So they're basically like music investors in a sense.
Yeah, they're like advisors, investors. Okay. It's whatever hat you want to put it, because they have A&R teams. They have like people who are like, it might be 3 people. It might be one person who's just the financial part of it. Then there's another person who's part of the creative part. Then there's somebody who's just like your advisor, like, Oh, I'm having a bad day. Well, I'm gonna text you or I'm gonna FaceTime you and get you back on track because we need you making product.
Right.
I just feel like I can do all three of those now.
Okay.
At this point.
Right.
Not saying I got $1 million. Not saying I got all that. I'm saying we can take a good, really good young A&R that's in Houston right now is the homie Zona.
Zona? I've never heard of him.
He has a brand called Ben Ill.
Oh, okay. No, I've heard of that though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Zona is doing that now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's with Dende. Lily,
Okay.
Those guys, like super talented artists.
Yeah, really talented.
And he said, you know what? Instead of me not helping, like they're talented, I'm gonna just take my resources and just help them get out there.
Right.
So he has the cool blog, the Ben Ill.
Right.
And he's just been helping them with that, and they've connected. They've
Right.
connected with another fan bases, which they've pushed it. That's A&R. That's just helping, using your sources, like blogs, and if you're a producer, cool, you know how to put people in a room together, and let's just invest in some marketing. Like that's A&R.
Okay.
It's just helping out.
Okay. Cool. Cool. All right. So are you A&R any artists right now?
Man, I've been doing it, but I won't say that like officially.
Okay.
And that's my thing, is like I just bounce around and help people.
Right.
Because it's so easy to give people a source, a resource that they were missing, and just see it in real time. Like, oh shit, it's helped them like blossom out to another zone in their career. If anybody I want to A&R right now, it would be my homie VRSE.
Okay.
Like, I started with him. We're just older now, and he's doing his thing in Atlanta and stuff like that. But that's probably like the one artist I know who pushes the envelope every time.
Okay.
Creative wise.
Okay.
You know.
That's dope. Is there who's the person you've enjoyed working with the most?
I don't want nobody in my head.
Off the top of your head, you can't think about it.
Nah, man. I love working with a lot of my friends, but the artists too, clients and whatnot.
Right.
My homie Freddie ING is probably like one of my favorite artists to work with because he's just a really great songwriter and he's unique. He makes his own beats. He's a great songwriter, performance out this world. Man, I to be honest, man, I really like working with anybody who really wants to work with me.
I feel that.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I really don't have any like favoritism on this shit because what I get a little bit from everybody who really is fire. But I have a list of artists that
you just love because it's more like the creation process itself that you like doing with them.
Yeah, because I mean, music is a weird career.
Yeah, it is,
and it's on both sides. So I may love working with an artist for a couple years or a year or something, and then they start working with somebody else. It could be their budget. It could be their expectations moving forward. Like, they're leaving the state. They got to work with another engineer. They're trying to look for a new sound. Like it's all kinds of shit. As engineers, we get bored with people too. So So I really don't. When I say favorites, I work with everybody, man.
Okay, bet. What I was about to say. You said songwriting, and you're a songwriter too, correct?
I help songwrite. I make my own music too.
Right. Yeah.
It's more like for fun.
Okay, because that's what that's when I listen to your music. For the first time, I thought you was gonna be like lyrical, spiritual. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Miracle, all that. I thought he was gonna be like that. He's like, oh no, it's man with the vibes.
Yeah.
He's like making good, like chill music.
Again, I jam a lot of Pierre Bourne. That dude don't be. He doesn't rap lyrical miracle, but he's with the vibes, man.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of the wave right now. Well, I want to say the wave, but even like Don Toliver, we love him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. That's somebody I really want to work with. But like, even just him, he's vibes.
Yeah,
he doesn't like got these crazy lyrics. You go listen to it. It's just lyrics, melodies. That's melodies, man.
Yeah, that's the stuff that's killing the game right now. The melodies.
Yeah,
because it make you feel something like wow, I didn't know I could feel that.
When I was in band, man, sometimes you had to sing. Kind of get the
pitch and everything.
So my band director, he used to be like, "Boy, you can toot over there." And I'd be like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Man, you got that baritone, man. You got that down pat. You need to use that." And I would be like, "Nah." Right. And then I started helping my friends with melodies and clients. They'll be off, and I'd be like, no, you got to go, da 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 da. Hey, man, you might as well just come sing this.
Right.
And I'd be like, nah, like, I'm engineering. Right.
Right. And then after a while, you just got into in front of the mic yourself.
Yeah, man, my homies would always be like, bro, you should try making your own songs. And again, first song I ever wrote with somebody was verse.
Okay.
And he was like, yeah, you need to put that on the mic. You need to go ahead, do that. So
that's dope. That's dope. So you had what, Big Kang Volume 1, and then you had If We Were Outside.
Yeah.
If
We Were Outside. It was funny because that was during COVID.
It was?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That was a good EP, man.
Appreciate it.
Over 9,000 was dope.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite mixes.
Yeah, I can tell you having fun with it. It's got the Dragon Ball Z vibes going on.
Man.
Yeah. Okay, that's dope. What's your favorite song off of Big Kang Volume 1?
Probably Health. What's this called? Health is Wealth.
Okay.
Man, when I made that shit, I was going through crazy depression. And my therapist at the time was somebody who's a therapist. Man, she just gave me really good advice, and she was like, "Hey, if you like making music, you should put all your issues and problems into music." And she's like, "You'd be surprised what you can come up with. It's like writing. It's like journaling."
Yeah.
So me and my coworker Davis, at that time, every Sunday we would stay at Barron until like 3 a.m. or past that, maybe 4 a.m.
Ooh.
And we would be like. He would say, I'm just going to go make music. And I would go in there. Every Sunday, I would just make songs for like a year.
What?
And then I made like 30 songs, and then I had that. Health is Wealth is like probably that whole summary of everything bottled into one.
Okay.
One of the greats.
That's dope. That's dope. How'd you think of the, because you did the skits as well. How'd you think of that character?
Oh, man, that's my homeboy, Uchi.
I thought that was you.
Nah, that was my homie. I can do that, though. Easily. But no, that was my homie Uchi. Like, he's hella funny. Shout out my boy. We met in audio school.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
I like how all the connections that you made over the years, you kept those intact, and those are like still people you like work for you.
Yeah, bro.
To this day,
I solidified my brand.
Yeah,
and I think that's what's gonna keep me going in this, because I'm not like Grammy winning, nominated, and all that, but yet, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people know me. A lot of people fuck with me. A lot of people appreciate, like, I didn't even know, earlier what you were saying. I was just like, damn, like, a lot of people tell me all the time, like, yo, whatever you told me years ago, I appreciate it because it really helped me And I'm like, yeah, man, iron sharpens iron.
100%.
So that's my thing.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Did you produce anything on Tobacco Ryan's music?
Nah, man. I'm just a big fan of that guy.
Okay, yeah. That's
my guy.
The listening party was dope.
Yeah, man. I was super vibe. That was my first time really coming out to like a event in a while.
I could kind of tell. He was like, oh, it's like people. Like,
it's crazy. It was mad love in there, man.
Yeah, no, for real.
I walked in, everybody's like, Kang. But it's just, again, over the years, it just been good humor, to this shit.
100%. So, let's talk about the Houston music scene itself. Like, why do you think it's not at the, I guess, like the caliber it should be?
I think we just don't have I think we just don't have what we would call the hubs, and that would be like your labels and your indie labels. Right. I mean, we do have indie labels, but we don't have like LA, man. They got indie labels all over the place.
Right.
People with bags, people with resource. I won't even say bags, just the resources.
Yeah.
And also, unfortunately, with our Houston culture, right before we blow up, or I say we, because we all soak into these artists, but right before we blow up, or right before we see an artist reach that plateau, a lot of people don't want to like give the artist their flowers early. And I say that with sensitivity, because I mean, there's some people who do say like, yeah, we've been messing with them, but I mean, openly, you have these opportunities to go to shows, buy merch, whatever it may be. Right. Because I've been in the process with my friends and artists over the years, and I've seen it that like people will come to a show, or don't even come to a show. They'll say, yeah, man, I fuck with you. I fuck with your brand, and they don't. Never pull up. Never openly tell somebody about that person, because really you don't know what just sharing something.
Right. What it could do for somebody.
Yeah, it's the power of that shit. It's insane.
But that's a 6-degree radius. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
That's major.
So I just feel like we don't do it to a standard, and you know, but we're breaking that mold. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
I just feel like we need to do it more consistently. And we need to be more business professional out here. Everybody wants to like leg up on somebody or finesse somebody.
Yeah,
it's just,
man.
That's just not how it works.
Nah, that's not it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Houston we got some hidden gems.
Oh no, 100%, 100%.
I'm proud to see a lot of people getting their just due.
Yeah, that's why we started doing this. Cause like, you know, once you start seeing, like when I was making music, I'll go out to shows and everything, and I'll be performing, and I'll meet with a bunch of dope artists. Like, wow, you're dope. I want to work with you. Then like once I was like, all right, this music thing is not really working out for me right now. I was like, I still want to like incorporate this somehow because I have a love for these underground artists and just the music itself. And I was like, let's get it going. Like, and then it's just supporting them. It's just, it goes a long way because I know I'm one of the people, like, I remember every single person that supports me. Like, I might not remember what they did, but I remember they support it. And I remember the people that don't. Like, the ones that say, like, oh, yeah, I love your stuff and everything. Like, it's a lot of people say love my stuff, but when you look at the streams and, like, the views and stuff, it's not adding up. You know what I'm saying? So
I've seen it with my own, bro. Like, working with Jamie Hancock. He has the Soulful Boys ENT brand.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I just found his stuff. His stuff is dope.
Okay, yeah. He's been doing that for years, man. And he was the first artist I ever really like watch like hustle and go out, do his own thing.
Right.
And he would be available. And these people would say, yeah, I'm going to buy your shit. I want to come to your events. And he would make it, you know, he would bring them to life. And watch the same people that say they want to do this and help him with that, not help him. So it's discouraging. Yeah. It's very discouraging.
This creative life is hard. Because it's like you have to be your biggest cheerleader, your biggest supporter, like throughout all of it. Because again, if you let the people around you that say they're going to be there supporting and stuff like them, if you let them be your support system and like your backbone, they'll break your back every time. Like it's crazy.
Because I remember Ken the Man. All right, she had it was this mixtape. I think it was called like Kenny's Back. And it had like this like Freddy Krueger cover, like she kind of recreated, right?
Right.
I would never forget. I was riding around jamming that. My homies was just like, man, why are you jamming that? I'm like, bro, did y'all hear her?
Yeah.
She's going the fuck off. Ah, man, she ain't gonna do da. Years later, she's blowing up. They're sending me her music. And they're like, hey, bro, you ever heard of her? I'm like, bro, what are you?
I've been listening to her shit. I put you on.
I like, bro. You was watching with me and my lady with Benjamin Ken. It was like you literally just said she did it, and here they are being fans now. That's the other thing with Houston. We're a clout city.
Yeah, I hate that. Hate that.
And I hate to say it, but like we are a clout city, and it just is what it is. Like, and that's kind of why I mess with artists. I mess with all kinds of artists, but the shit I see that people do and is really just clout chasing, and I just don't have time for it.
Yeah, man. Because
that's like strictly business over here.
It gets real grimy, nasty. It's not it.
Yeah, like, it's not.
Like you can see that when you go to shows. Like for example, you seen like that video with Coyle Ray or whatever.
Yeah.
And like just nobody was fucking with the shit. That's like that was Houston to the T. I don't know how many shows I've been to. Like
we're a tough crowd.
Oh man,
we're a tough crowd.
Fucking hard. Like. It's literally like if you're not the person that came there to see, they're not hyped for you.
Yeah.
That's literally it. And it's like, bro, why not support this artist? Because most times when they're up there, they're pretty dope. Regardless. Yeah. Like, it's like, all right, the music, even if they're not like the best, it's like when you listen to music, okay, the vibe is cool. Like it's creating a vibe. It's on a similar kind of thing because most artists don't have like openers that they don't fuck with. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, it's really rare. Like you're just gonna have this headline and you're gonna have this trash ass like opener. That's really rare. But at the same time, man, Clout City, man.
That's so
Clout
weak.
City. The people with the clout who got a little bread, they're gonna pay for that slot.
Yeah, yeah.
So it sometimes doesn't mix.
I don't know. I feel like once we get past that and like everybody stop trying to be so cool all the time.
Yeah, that's our problem.
Yeah, bro. And like, cause at first I thought I was thinking like, oh, everybody just be high, they be on drugs, and be taking Xans or something. But now it's just like, nah, like everybody feel too good. Like everybody want to like stick up on the wall and like be kicked up and like, bro, like nah, man, like get hype for these artists, bro, cause. Because as soon as they get big, you'll be like, oh, I was at their show and everything. But
it's get hype for these artists. And if you really fuck with their music, get behind them. Put people on. Like, don't wait till they get big and then come out of the woodworks and be like, yeah, I've been jamming your shit. Like, I have, like, DMs of when I was, like, DMing Young Deji.
A word?
Yeah, a long time ago when he used to just drop, like, these songs, and they were mixed horribly. Like, I fuck with Deji, but like the mixes were just, it'd be weird. Yeah. But I fucked with the vibe, and I'd be like, you know what? Fuck the mix. Like,
right.
He's still learning. Like,
exactly.
He's still built, and then look where he's at now. And I'm still just a fan. Like, I could just be jamming this shit. Like, I've been telling people about Deji for years. And before the Wiz, before the Whoa travesty and all that shit with him and the dude from Dallas, you know, like. Get behind these artists, bro.
People don't want to look like they're fans though, because it's like, oh, like I don't know, like they take almost like it's like oh, you're a little bro now or something like that, and like nobody wants to be the little bro for some reason. But it's
nobody
like
wants to be little bro, but
it's not what that is. If you support them, you're a fan of their music. I fan out for a lot of these artists, man. Bro. Like Lily. Bro, I'm such a huge fan of her.
That's
shit.
my homie, man. But like, I'm still a fan of her music. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, like. When I hear her music, I just get goosebumps because I know where that came from. I know that's from her experiences. So like you can feel that.
Yeah, man.
But it doesn't hurt me to, you know, tell somebody about Lily and she goes on to be a millionaire. Like I want that for her.
Exactly.
I think that's what's wrong with people who are creatives in this. They want to be attached to the success, which is pretty weird because it's like if you ain't got no input in it. What's your stake? And even if you do have input in it, I know artists that have blown up and they ain't go back and come give me no $1 million or nothing like that.
They don't owe me that though.
They don't owe me shit.
Yeah, so like, I'm happy to see them get there. Because that's what everybody wants at the end of the day. We want to all be able to get that generational wealth or successful or whatever our idea of success is, and be able to put food on the table for our family and whoever else we need.
Bro, that's it. Like,
that's really it.
At the end of the day, man. You just gotta, if you're a creative, you just gotta be like, there's big artists that are fans of other big artists. You know what I'm saying? Why can't we at that other level do the same?
You know what? Speaking of, I feel like it may have something to do with how they portray things now. Because I remember like in the early, like when it was like I guess like 2010s, like in that decade or whatever, like when Drake, Cole, Kendrick, Cudi, like Wale, Big Sean, all of them,
that was the greatest time,
man. And I don't know how many videos you saw, because man, they're literally the legends of this shit. Now we watch them like develop into the artists they are today. Bro. But like also when it was coming up, there was multiple videos of them going out supporting each other.
Yes, bro.
Like I just saw a video today. It was a video of Drake going with Cole to buy Born Center with him.
Yes, bro.
Like.
It's super easy.
They don't show shit like that no more. Yeah. Like it's all these. They make it seem like all these artists are battling against each other. When in all actuality, like they probably supported them just as much as the other one. You know what I'm saying? Like Cole even said that with his last project. He was like, I think it was in the documentary he made for his project.
Yeah, for this new one.
Yeah, he was saying like I don't want to. Basically, I don't want to be the person like I didn't get a chance to work with these artists and do the features and stuff. Like I want to show like I actually fuck with these people,
right?
And like because people started getting ahead, like okay, he's Mr. Platinum, no features. That was like it's because he's not fucking with these niggas. It's not because he's not fucking with him. It's like he knows he's the caliber of artist. He doesn't need that.
Yeah,
but it's like he still he fuck with like Lil Baby, Lil Durk album heavy.
Bro, 21 Savage.
Yeah, bro.
They're like best of homies now, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Like people don't understand. Like maybe. 21 meeting J. Cole probably has saved his life.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Like 21 is at a whole different caliber of artist now. Like he's like before he was like just your regular trap artist.
Yeah.
Like he took trap and made it like almost like it's like he almost looks like conscious trap now. Like it's crazy. Like
he definitely stepped it up.
Yeah,
but like, that's just an example right there. I mean I see it in Houston, like
100%.
Tobacco Ryan and like Don't Ask Jen. Like they got energy together. Yeah, like you can see something is built, like a bond is built before they even probably hit the studio. They probably was chopping it up, being cool. I don't know if you've heard of Trey Love. Trey Love is another really dope Houston artist that you should check out. He's really tight. Him and his producer Bryant. I've had a session with. They're really cool. So when they make music, it translates. Yeah. So they've been fans of each other before they actually done music. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, and they still support each other. They still, that's friendships. That's bonds that's really built.
Yeah, man. That like you said, it comes out in music. And like, again, like for example, like Lily and Dende, they work together pretty often, and like you can tell they're both fans of each other's music. Yeah, and like
100%,
and it comes out,
and they support each other without. Yeah, Dende's probably getting all this love from Dreamville and Shrek, what they call it, Shrek raps. They're like this really big. Yeah, like Dende gets all this love and all that, but Lily ain't hate on him or nothing. Nah. Guess what? Like Dende was like, "Hey man, y'all should really check her out too," and boom, she's on the list too with them. It's exactly. Like, why are we? There's no competition. I literally had a post like that yesterday. I deleted it because I didn't want people to feel like, but there's no competition, bro. Yeah. People start feeling type of way about it because they start personalizing things. And man, the engineer community is weird. Engineers would think like, oh man, I got this plugin that this motherfucker can't use. It's like, no, bro. Like somebody asked me, what did you use? And I'm just like, yeah, I used this because it did this. Yeah. I have no problem giving you information. I want to see what you can do with it. Exactly, because that's the thing. I hate how people are with information because that's all like we pride ourselves on like giving people the game basically. Yeah, it really doesn't matter because at the end of the day, I can tell you how to go to point A, point B, like step by step. You still might not do it, right? Because you don't have the drive, the energy. If something else is going on in your personal life, you might have the funds, whatever it may be. So why even still hide the information? Because at the end of the day, it's up to you to use it, bro. Like it doesn't matter. None of it matters. My homeboy Ches, he can tell you right now. My homeboy Ches had no desires of really going into engineering. He would hit me up and ask me questions all the time about engineering. I would just tell him, and now he's an engineer. Now he's guy's client. He's taking some of my clients. Am I over here shitting the bricks and all that? No, bro. I'm just like still working. I'm still getting new clients too because this doesn't matter. If you're working, you're gonna constantly grow. Right. What plugin somebody uses or what methods, like half the shit I do in mixes, I learned from Jason and Dorothy at Barron. They're not, I hate you, Kang. Right. Like they're still living. Everybody's still good. We share information all the time. There's too much money on this world. It shouldn't matter. Too much money to success for everybody. Everybody got their own lane. I broke it down to people all the time. I don't even know if this is right, but isn't Houston like 4 million, 4.5 million, some shit like that? Yeah, it's something high. All right, cool. There's only 365 days in the year, right? If you're an engineer and your goal at this, or you're creative or whatnot, there's enough people to fucking work with. And like you times it by 2 a day, that still doesn't equate. And that's just in Houston. And that's just in Houston. So there's no real way for me to be like, you're taking something from me, bro. I get mixes from everywhere: Atlanta, New York, Florida. It doesn't matter. People just like when I post something and they can resonate and relate to it. You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to Alex Toomey. I had to shout him out. Man. Who's that? Alex Toomey? Yeah. Fucking 21. Not 21. Young Thug's engineer. Oh, word? I don't know if he does it anymore for him, but he engineers for everybody, man. Rico Nasty. Oh, word? Okay. Kenny Beats. Everybody, bro. But Toomey, that's like one of my like favorite engineers because I learned he reminds me of Jason and them. Even if I tell you this information, right, you still gotta apply it. Right. You still gotta know what's going on. And I can tell, like, being in a room with him, he's going to tell you how to do some shit, or he's going to tell you why he did some shit. But is he going to be mad, like, you did it and you took some of his clients? No. Yeah. Like, the dude that engineers for Thug now is this dude named Baines. And I'm pretty sure that Alex losing Young Thug is a really big, pocket, jabber or whatever. But Young Thug still sends him songs to get mixed. Right. He still hits him up for info. Like, that's a relationship that was built. So again, he shown me like, all right, cool. I can tell you all this information. Doesn't
Right.
mean you're gonna apply it, and then I can show somebody who's gonna be better than me. Doesn't mean it's gonna hinder my career.
Right.
All it's gonna do is just let me know that I'm a master of what I just told you.
Exactly. Because again, like, you're the reason. Like, he was the reason why he got to that next plateau or that next, producer level or leveled up in the first place. So it's like, okay, I helped elevate him, so it means I can do the same thing for somebody else.
Because somebody helped elevate him.
Exactly.
It's a trickle effect. Yeah. It's a snowball effect. Somebody's gonna keep helping you. You're gonna help somebody else.
But we're also in a society of like instant gratification, and we want everything right then and there. And it's like, if we don't see that, it's like, all right, maybe I need to start trying to block somebody else's or something.
Man, that 10,000 hour rule.
That's real. It's fucking real.
And the what's the other one? Oh, you won't actually see or make really good money that can you can live off of for 10 years on your craft, because it takes 10 years to build a brand, the craft, and and that shit is true.
Yeah, no, it's facts.
So when I see people like give up on music and they're like, man, this shit ain't working, man. How long you been doing it? 3 years?
You just hit you just broke like this.
You still got titty milk on you, bro. Like you got work to do, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's just part of the process. And again, like, you have to be really invested in it and want that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was doing music, I was the same way. I was like, all right, I want to do music, but I was like, this is what I'm doing right now. I feel like that's not working right, and I can invest in this, but I don't feel like I'm going to get what I want out of it at this time. So I was like, let me switch it up to something different. Like, I could have just gave them like, all right, I'm just, work a regular 9 to 5. There's nothing wrong working 9 to 5, guys.
There's nothing completely
but
wrong with
that's not how I envision my life, and that's not how I want to live. So I was like, let me start doing podcasting. Boom. It's like, and we're almost like 3 years in this, and contrary to belief, we're not making any money over here. Podcasting is not
it's a grind. That's why I stopped podcasting.
Yeah.
It's a grind.
It's a major grind, but it's like, again, doing it, I'm not expecting to see any real tangible success until like maybe my 5th year into it. And then even still, like, I'm not even saying like, oh, we're blowing up, like, we're getting bread, like, contracts over here, contracts over here. Like, no, it's like, we're just going to start seeing the fruits of our labor in that 5th year. And then by the time that 10th year, hopefully we're like, wow, this is where
we got this. We can solidify them.
Right. Yeah. It's, man, world of creatives, right?
Yeah, bro.
It's a different lifestyle to live. It's different energies you got to work with. But
it's not for the weak, I'll tell you that.
Not at all. You have to have a good foundation with yourself. You got to know who you are at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't, like, anything can rock you.
Yep. Gotta have strong, what they say, you gotta have tough skin in this.
Oh, yeah. 100%. 100%. But, man, I don't have anything else for you, bro. Do you have anything for us you want to tell the people or anything like that?
I would say just a good piece of advice to anybody out there who's building a craft, whether anything you're doing. Always find OG, whatever you want to call it, OG, somebody who knows more than you. Because at the end of the day, you have to continue to learn. You're gonna hit plateaus. You're gonna always want to figure out something new. And I'm blessed to have a bunch of OGs around me. Like, I say OGs, but they're probably like 5 years, 10 years older than me. You know what I'm saying? But always have people around you who can continue to what's that word? Continue to keep that spark. Because what I've seen from even the greatest people, your Diddy's and all that, they still have mentors. They still have people that they check in with. They still have all that. If you feel like, you might be able to do a lot of stuff on your own, but you can't do everything on your own, no matter what. Right. And one of the biggest things you can't do on your own is definitely, you can't take an experience that somebody who's older than you has already lived. You know what I'm saying? If you're 30 and somebody's 40, no matter what, they know things that you don't know.
Right. They've had long years, they've more experience.
Yeah, and it's even more beautiful if you know somebody who's doing what you're doing. So, like, if I'm an engineer, I'm trying to find somebody who's done way more than me, has used these things way more than me, and that can throw this knowledge to me. Because at the end of the day, there's stuff that they don't know that you can throw to them.
Exactly.
And, that's just a piece of advice that has has gotten me where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I just want people to take that. Like the people I see that don't really go out there, I be like, man, who's somebody you know hit up, check in with?
Right.
Oh, check in. I know everything. I'm like, all right, you're not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, you never know
You know?
everything.
You never know anything. Hell, you're not even supposed to be in the room. If you're in a room and you think you know everything, or you might want to find a different room.
Yeah.
I'm always trying to be in a room with somebody who knows more than me.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I'm a sponge, and I've been learning. That's how I keep leveling up. I take that's a cheat code.
Yeah, most definitely.
So take that information how you want. Just man, always keep learning. There's no ceiling to this, and that's one of the biggest things I learned of quarantine.
Yeah, I feel that.
There's no ceiling to this.
Yeah, because you definitely had to figure something different out during quarantine. It was a different ball game.
Hey, everybody's now doing online mixing. I've been doing that shit for like 2 years now, before COVID. So when COVID hit, I was like, oh, you know what? I already got this system here. People can send me their files. They want to listen to it live.
Right.
We'll get on Zoom. I'll mix it with them. I've been doing this shit. We're in the same space. They're just on FaceTime with me or something, or Zoom.
Right.
Like, and I learned that from somebody older than me.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
So,
hey,
keep it going.
Y'all can take that, do what you want with it. But again, this is dope. The last thing we do here at the Common Interest, we like to ask you, what are you interested and uninterested in? For example, like I said, interested in the Houston culture growing, the music reaching that next plateau. Hopefully get some hubs here in the city, and actually get that love and support that I know we have here. Mm-hmm. Everybody's feeling too cool about. And I'm uninterested about people acting too cool, just not want to support, like buy merch, buy albums, you know what I'm saying, stream their stuff. Like, there's so many different ways you can show support, pull up to their shows, you know what I'm saying? Like, that stuff goes a long way for a creative. Like, that means the world to them. You don't even understand it. Like, that's literally like the whole thing of stopping them from quitting possibly the next day on some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
What? Just to your point before I do mine.
Yeah.
You buying merch, buying these things from artists helps an artist continue their process. Mm-hmm. I don't think people understand that's why they do merch. It ain't a get rich quick scheme. Mm-hmm. It's a scheme for them to be able to pay for studio time, buy beats, become better. Point blank period. Mm-hmm. So if you want to see them do better, you would pay. I mean, you go buy a sack of weed, cool. You can buy that same $20 shirt. Right. And you still go buy your sack of weed. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to do.
Right.
But I'm just saying, that little $20, I always tell people at least once a month, support a local.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't take shit. I buy shit all the time from people who ask about me. I'm going to start with the first. I'm uninterested in what you said earlier. The cool, too cool shit, too cool to support, the on the fence love. I'm definitely uninterested with that. Yeah. And I see that a lot out here. So I definitely want to see more Houston. It's cool to comment on people's pictures and like them and all that, but in reality, you don't even like the person. That's weird energy, and I see it all the time.
Yep.
But I am interested in seeing the bloomers in Houston. Mm-hmm. Dende, Izar Thomas, Tim Woods, you name it, Lily. There's a lot of great.
It's too many to name, honestly.
Tobacco Ryan, Jen. I can go down.
Right.
And I'm sorry if I missed y'all, but I know so many artists that out there, and I'm interested in seeing y'all grab this torch when y'all blow up and teach these people and bring back to the city. Because a lot of these people, when they do it, they're gonna bring back to the city.
Right.
I 100% believe it. So, I'm just interested in just good energy coming back because I see it.
Yeah,
it's just gonna take we're not clout chasing over here. Yeah, we're taking pure energy and
100%.
Everybody's gonna get back the right way.
Oh yeah. It's all a matter of time.
Only a matter of time. Yep.
But time's a motherfucker. But gotta stay working, gotta stay busy. With that being said, thank you again, Big Kang, for stopping by. Tell them where they can follow you and everything.
IG, Twitter, Kang of the Crew. It's inside joke, but Kang of the Crew, Kang of the Crew. And yeah, y'all can hit me on there. I have a link tree that has pretty much all my information there. Music. I don't have merch or anything because, again, I don't do all that.
Right.
If you need a session, hit me up. You can book a session via Linktree, or you can DM me on IG. Email me, bigkangbeats@gmail.com. And yeah, if you have anything, hit me up. Like, I'm an open book. But please.
Hey, y'all better take that.
Yeah, honestly. But please, when y'all hit me up, when you approach me with this, let's build, and I've never met you, I've never had a conversation with you, you don't know my mom's name, you don't know my brother, you don't know my wife, you don't even know my cat's name, I'm not building shit with you professionally and respectfully. That's it.
Bet it's straight from the horse's mouth. You know what it is.
Sorry, I just had to be out there. I get it a lot, man. Man, let's build, bro. Let's book a session. Let's
start somewhere first.
Let's start somewhere first. Let's see what we got.
People looking for handouts.
Yeah, I mean, if I like you, we might do something. But you can't just jump in my email with, bro, I got a vision and I'm cold. Shit, I get that every day. I'm cold too at what I do.
Exactly.
That doesn't change anything, all right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, start with a session, support him first, then he'll see if he can support you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, you know, it's a process to these things, but you know what it is. Yet again, thanks again for stopping by, bro. Until next time.
Thank you.
No problem. Anytime. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share to a friend, tell everybody about this. What else? Like, subscribe. I guess I do the outro. Stay consistent with your vision because you're blessed another admission. Thanks for tuning in. We are the
Common Interest.
Yes, sir. Catch y'all next time. Peace.
Ow.